Welcome to Faith Fiction and Folklore, or the Try-It podcast, where we try not to F it up. And today, with Gary, how are you?
Oh, I am all sorts of confused, and that video that we watched before was so stupid, I'm a little tired now.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of
I'm
exhausted me to listen to it.
Well, this will wake you up.
Sweet. Maybe.
We're
All right,
gonna-
well, what are we talking about, Trevor?
We are going to listen to a guy named Gary Franchi on the Next News Network talking about Trump signing the Genius Act and how it's the mark of the beast.
The Genius Act is the mark of the beast.
I think that's what he was saying.
How many marks of the beast are we in now? Seems like everything's a mark of the beast now.
Oh, you know, everything from Monster Energy drink to other things.
And the COVID shot, the jibby jab heard around the world.
The jibby jab
felt around the
the
world.
world.
Yeah, felt around the world. Yeah. That was supposed to be the mark of the beast. They're supposed to inject you with metal and track you so you can't buy or sell.
The China virus.
I don't know because they outlawed ESG here recently. So I don't know if this works, Trevor. But we'll see.
Oh, well, we'll see.
You know, if it's illegal for the banks to cut you off, I don't know how this is going to do them any good. I mean, the FBI has already got pictures of me naked. I don't know what else they could possibly want from me. So
How'd they get pictures of you naked?
I'm sure they found a way. My FBI agent knows me very well. So anyway,
Where there's a will, there's a way.
yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so let's watch the digital hell grid activated by the Next News Network. All right.
They named it after him, the Genius Act. Trump says it's...
Dude, he's got my hair.
Like I said, he's like you.
Oh no.
It's a guy named Gary.
It's like looking into a mirror.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do now?
Yeah. This is you if you did news.
This is me if I did news.
Yeah. So we need to start a segment and call it Gary News.
I don't know if that would end well for me. This guy looks like he might be a little stressed. Anyway,
Oh, he is stressed.
we'll go on. We'll see how this goes.
freedom. But you got to read the fine print. Dollar stable coins have federal approval, but who controls the dollars? Who
I
tracks
forgot,
the transactions?
He had some connection errors recording this, so that'll be him with the problems.
Okay, so he's gonna have tech problems. All right.
Yeah, he had tech problems on this episode.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, is there a timestamp you want us to move to?
No, I was just gonna play it, most of it for you, or half of it, or whatever.
Thank you, Jess. Jess says, you're cuter. Well, since you're married to me, I certainly hope so. You're very sweet. Thank you. So anyway, all right. I appreciate the compliment. All right, let's see here. Let's do this. Okay.
They promised no central bank digital currency while creating the infrastructure for one. Gary Gensler is gone, but who replaces him? Another swamp creature? The same government that weaponized the IRS, the FBI, and DOJ now wants to regulate your crypto. You see, they call it protection, but history calls it control. Every financial innovation starts with promise of liberty and ends with chains. Is this really crypto?
So he's mad because this thing's going to regulate crypto. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah, basically, it's
Okay.
like some sort of cap, I think. I don't know exactly the details.
I don't own crypto. Like I in my ignorant mind, you're better off stocking up salt if you're going to prepare for the end of the world. But I mean, hey, crypto could work in the current economy, I suppose.
I put $5 on
I
it.
mean, well, it's all monopoly money anyway. But
Yeah.
like nothing is real. There is no such thing as real money right now. We've been off the gold standard for 30 years. It's all perception. It's all fake.
I have made
It's-
like 30 cents off of my $5. So
Well, you're the next Mark Zuckerberg. You're on your way. Anyway.
Freedom, or are we watching digital enslavement get a MAGA makeover? The devil is in the details, so keep watching. While politicians promise crypto freedom through new regulations, remember that true wealth protection comes from assets government cannot control digitally. As we navigate uncertain financial futures where every transaction could be tracked, physical assets matter more than ever. That's why I trust ageless collagen, a real tangible investment in your.
Oh yeah, hey, that's his.
Collagen?
That's one of his. What do you call them? People that give you money for your show.
Yeah, he sponsors. He's got a sponsor. No, I'm not again. I'm not complaining about the sponsor. It's just a segue. Guys, if you're worried about the end of the world, don't invest in collagen. That's a terrible idea. Invest in anything else. Like literally anything else. Lipstick. Most people can't even say collagen.
What is it?
It's for your skin.
Oh.
It makes your skin all fluffy or something. Soft.
So I
stretchy.
need it.
So it can heal. So you look younger. Folks, if you're starving, you're not going to care. Don't invest in collagen. Do literally anything else. Dig a well. Buy a puppy. Anything. Anyway.
Buy a cat.
But yeah, if you want pretty skin, collagen, I guess.
Health that no algorithm can devalue. 5 collagen types from 4 premium sources, providing real results.
I guess it could help you run. If it's a zombie apocalypse, invest in collagen. You'll need the support for your knees.
Can see and feel. No digital intermediaries, no blockchain required, just pure health benefits. Get 51% off at healthwithgary.com because while they debate digital currencies, your body needs real physical support today. Healthwithgary.com. All right, so I posted this just before we went live. This act, is it a Trojan horse for financial control? The Genius Act may claim to boost crypto, but it arms the state with real-time spending, surveillance, programmable controls, and centralized control over stablecoins.
Watch how smart POD sellers turn one design into 10 different bestsellers.
Can I have an ad, please?
Yeah, if a side of
While we
collagen.
support crypto and applaud real Trump for opposing a Fed-issued CBDC, this bill falls short, risking privacy, financial freedom, placing all transaction data at government mercy. We need true decentralization and constitutional safeguards, not programmable money. So what is actually...
Okay, so first of all, I'm not an economist. Don't take your financial advice from me. I'm an idiot. With that disclaimer said, I highly doubt that if there is an end of the world scenario where things are like bad enough that you would actually need a Bitcoin to survive against like a government takeover or something, your hope is not going to be in the stock market.
Why not?
Regardless of what it is, because they can turn off your lights. You're connected to the grid.
Oh.
If they can shut off your internet, good luck getting to your financial advisor. I mean, it's just... like, this whole premise is just silly to me. It's like, yes, boys and girls, in the event that the grid goes down, trust the electronic currency. You're better off growing corn if it's going to get as bad as all that. Now, if you're wanting something that might grow for your retirement, it might be a different animal. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. But if we're talking Mad Max Thunderdome, why would you waste your time with this? I don't understand it. But I don't understand investing in any of this at all in a Mad Max Thunderdome scenario. So, like, what kind of end-of-the-world apocalypse scenario are we talking about here?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems a little... I wouldn't be too worried.
In the bill, it establishes a federal framework for payment stablecoins requiring one-to-one fiat backing, monthly reserve disclosures, and audits for large issuers. It aims to regulate issuers, banks, and non-banks, defining stablecoins distinctly from securities or commodities. The risks under the surface enables programmable digital money, transaction filters, blocks, reversals, expiration clauses, all potentially enforceable in real time by regulators. Creates a centralized ledger exposing complete transaction histories to government oversight. Now, what are the positives? Now, Trump's signing shows a continued push for private crypto innovation and explicitly rejects a Fed-issued CBDC for now. provides regulatory clarity, backing for on-chain dollars, and aligns with crypto-friendly policy under Trump, according to Vanity Fair. The bottom line, the Genius Act is a step forward, but it's not the full embrace of decentralization that we need. Guardrails on stablecoins are great, but without privacy protections and constitutional limits, programmable money could morph into a digital leash. So let's champion crypto's promise, not a state-controlled version.
Okay, so this sounds like Trump did something in the right direction. Like most of this is going over my head. Money is not my thing. But this sounds like Trump's preventing the, what do you call it, the FDC or whatever? The federal
FDC.
banking people. The guys that would really hate this. It sounds like he's doing something that kind of provides a bulwark against them anyway, so I don't know why. Why is this the mark of the beast?
He gets into that like at the end of the video somewhere.
Then we need to get to the end of the video because I'm not tracking very well. Look, if your government is going to go tyrannical, you are going to need a black market. But your black market isn't going to do any good unless you actually have some way to establish a rate of exchange. That means cash crops, something physical that you can trade, that you can hypothetically base a currency on. And then you have to have some way to protect all of that because there's going to be some dude who's going to try to set the rates at the point of a gun who isn't the government. So I don't even know why you would waste time with the stock market if you're trying to like defend yourself against the Fed. Because if the Fed really goes dark, you're not connected to the internet in the first place. Like, you're homesteading and pooping in a barrel. Like, you're not... Stocks are not going to be on your radar, I wouldn't think.
They might be.
Oh, I doubt it. I hope you're good at growing corn.
No, I'm terrible at growing corn.
So you're going to die in the apocalypse. That's what you're saying.
I've tried growing corn, and I found out later I didn't grow enough. Like, I tried, like, 5 or 6 stalks. You're supposed to grow it in like mass amounts. Otherwise, it doesn't grow hardly at all.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure how it works. I had some pretty good luck with tobacco. But anyway, point is, you need something to actually create a rate of exchange. Some way to create a rate of exchange. So just to show how important it is, you know those helicopters that are flying over your house looking for pot plants back in the day when pot was illegal? They're going to do that with corn.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they're going to do that to keep you from growing things that you can actually trade. Like, that's how, like, it's really going to go if you're trying to establish, like, a currency that doesn't connect to, like, the banking system or whatever. And it's going to be extremely localized. And yeah, like this whole idea, I guess I disagree fundamentally, unless there's somebody who is an economist who knows what they're talking about. Just conceptually, as a novice, I would disagree just with the whole general theory of trying to create a protection against the government using a system that is in some way, shape, or form connected to the government. And the stock market is connected to the government. If it's electronic, if there's big money involved, it's going to be connected to the government. So I don't even understand why you would waste your time having this debate with this stuff. I mean, I guess if you time it right and you get out before the government like closes in on everything.
No.
Say you've managed to squirrel away 1 billion Bitcoin or whatever it is, or $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, however that works. You might be able to get out of the country and get into some place like Chile with it in time. Maybe if you get out at the right moment, but that's the name of the game with the stock market. It's all like timing and being there at exactly the right place and time, and it's luck. It's not gambling necessarily, but there's a degree of gambling to it.
Yeah,
because it's like poker. It's a combination of knowing the right things and getting the right hand at the right moment. And to me, I don't trust my luck that much. So I never invested in it.
So if I could throw my $5 in my Cash App real quick and then take the cash out at my nearest ATM, would that work?
Like right now, I'm just saying if like
The end of the world
if
scenario.
something got really, if things got bad, and the
Yeah.
government went full tyrannical, like this stuff isn't going to be around in any universe.
Oh,
I wouldn't think. And even if this stuff was valid, they would find a way around it by simply like cutting off your access to your bank account or whatever accounts you have. It's like if they serve up a bulwark in one quadrant of the stock market, they'll just find a way to block your money in another quadrant. So if they can't shut down or get control of Bitcoin, then they'll shut down the company or the bank that's holding your Bitcoin. Or they'll get to the financial advisor that helped you get the Bitcoin or something. Like it's a cat and mouse game. I just don't see how you could win. But again, I'm not an economist. I wouldn't know.
you sounded like one. You're doing pretty good at it.
Well, that's because I'm full of crap. No,
That's not
that's
nice.
just my intuition. That's my intuition. I don't see how in the world you would really be able to prepare against any kind of catastrophe with a currency like that. Like, I don't understand how that could possibly work. I think one of the guys who went and established Bitcoin or helped establish Bitcoin, what is his name? Good night. I have his book. Hang on a second. I have his book on Amazon because I was going to read it and try to learn about this weird world I don't understand. So what was his name? Hang on a minute. I have it in my cart, or I have it saved somewhere. Give me a second. What was it?
Who established Bitcoin?
Okay, here we go.
Satoshi Nakamoto?
It's in Spanish. Why is this in Spanish? How did I end up with... See, that's just what I'm talking about. Let me ask you a question. Why would I order this in Portuguese? This was in my cart. See what I'm talking about? The government could do anything at any time, folks. That was in English when I first got it. Roger Ver. That was the dude I'm talking about. Author Roger Ver. And of course, they took me to a bunch of books that have nothing to do with Roger Ver. Again, the Fed. This is what I'm talking about. They screw with
They're
you.
watching us.
Yeah, Hijacking Bitcoin is the name of the book. Why it was in
Oh,
Portuguese,
okay.
I don't know. But see what I'm talking about? Roger Ver. Roger Ver.
Or Roger Ver.
Roger Ver. I don't know. I'm an idiot. The spelling is right there. I was gonna buy it, and for some reason, it was in Portuguese. The Fed's squirrely, man. I'm telling you. And I think that guy, if I might look this up again. Hang on.
Roger
a second.
Ver?
Yeah. Roger. Let me Google something really quick. Yes, Roger Ver was arrested in Spain. So, see,
Wow.
they got him. Roger Ver was arrested in Spain in connection with U.S. criminal charges related to tax evasion. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
so if they can't get you with some bullcrap regulation of Bitcoin, they'll get you at the bank. They'll get you through tax evasion. They will find a way to take your money if they're going to go full totalitarian. And it looks like they went full totalitarian on this guy because he wrote a book about something that might hypothetically work. Because I don't believe for a second this guy committed tax evasion. Bull crap. I do not believe for a second that guy did anything wrong. And I know nothing about this. I just know if they want to get you, they will. And so the only way to prevent them from getting you or taking your money is to find ways to do things without their knowledge. So,
Like growing corn.
Like growing corn. Like finding a rate. Well, the corn's hypothetical. Point is, if people are starving, they're going to want corn, and you can establish a rate of exchange with people who are hungry enough. You have to find ways to establish a rate of exchange within a community. I don't see how in the world messing around with stocks and playing games with these people that have already rigged the game against you in the first place is going to do you any good.
It's called gambling.
It's called gambling. And what do they say about gambling, Trevor? Even if it's poker, what do they say about gambling?
I don't know who the they is.
Well, in this case, it would be the Fed.
Oh.
What do they
Well,
say about gambling?
They say go gamble because then you can make us money.
They say the house always wins.
Oh.
The house always wins. The Fed will find a way to beat you if you play in their sandbox.
What if I own
If you
part
are
of the
connected
house?
in any way, shape, or form to their sandbox, they will beat you. The reason Trump, for example, is a threat to these people is because he made his own money and couldn't be easily bought off. He was in a different club, not a part of their sandbox. So, and yeah, he had stocks and all the rest of it. It's a sloppy analogy. I know, I get it. Sue me. But the point is, the more connected you are to their stuff, the less likely it is you're actually going to survive. So I don't even know why you'd be playing in the stock game in the first place. But that's me speaking as a novice.
To earn money?
To earn money. Well, just like in stocks and all that stuff in the first place. Like if the government really is going to go tyrannical, that like nothing's real until it's in your hand. That's kind of the way I look at it. That's my philosophy. Everything's hypothetical until like you can hold it. Otherwise, you know, like $20 isn't $20 like until you have the bill in your hand or you have somebody who's willing to accept it as $20. Like, I don't know, just money and stocks and stuff. It's like, well, okay, hypothetically you own this, but or you're worth this, but I mean, are you really? It's like if they can get to it, I don't see how you actually own anything. Like look at the Tate brothers, you know?
Yeah.
They had all those cars and then the government just took them because of some random bullcrap charge that wasn't real. And so what did they do? They put the cars in other people's names so the Fed couldn't take it.
That's
Take them.
smart.
Yeah, but that's what you have to do. It's like rich people technically don't actually own anything. They find other ways to label their money so the government doesn't realize it's theirs. That's what rich people really do. Like they don't actually own stuff.
They just borrow everything.
Well, they don't necessarily borrow. They just squirrel it away under different labels. But on paper, from the perspective of a stock,
That's a good idea.
yeah. So I'm told. But again, I'm not an expert. So that's just my opinion on all that. Okay, so we can keep going.
I'm having trouble finding where he talked about it being. It might just be clickbait.
That would be
'Cause
my suspicion.
This was like 3 weeks ago when I listened to this, and I was like, "Ooh, that might be a good idea."
Well, they scream everything in the dog is the apocalypse. I mean, it's like everything's a mark of the beast system. Just like AI is going to take over everything, even though it can't even say words right. It's ridiculous. It's just hype.
You can skip to 425, where he moves on to Representative Caston.
All right, we'll do a little bit on Representative Caston, and then we'll call it good.
Or Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Or Marjorie Taylor Greene. That might work better. Where's
That's
she at?
540, 546, 545.
Here we go. All right, what does she have to say about it? I like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's see what she has to say. All right.
Not included. Gives people the ability to maintain self-custody of their digital assets. They're trying to take custody of your investments. Isn't that one reason crypto is so attractive? Let's listen to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
And the Genius Act has already passed the Senate. President Trump is urging us in the House to pass this bill. He's posted it on Truth Social. Leadership is urging us to pass this bill, but I just want to give you a brief description in the bill. There's two things that are in his executive order that are not in the Genius Act. One of them is giving people the ability to maintain self-custody of digital assets. That's incredibly important to people that own cryptocurrency, stable coins. And then the second thing that is not in the Genius Act, but is in his executive order, is a complete prohibition, a ban, central bank digital currency in the United States and abroad.
That is good.
And so here's the problem with the Genius Act.
Okay, so if I heard that right, make sure I heard that right. They are banning or trying to ban the global currency thing.
Yeah.
That is very good because the plan, and they've also banned ESG, which is along the same lines, because the plan is start a global currency that's digitally based, and then the second you speak out against the government or whatever, they cut your funding off. They shut your bank account down. They don't let you buy or sell. That is the mark of the beast system. That's what that actually is in practicality. You know, maybe they'll make us take a mark on our palm or our hand, top of our hand or forehead or whatever, but whether they do that or not, like when people talk about the mark of the beast system, that's what they mean. You shut up, or we take away your money.
Yeah.
And we can do it at the drop of a hat. And they were trying to implement that already.
Yeah, I have heard that some people are already putting the chips in like their hands and whatnot, and it's just like their credit card or debit card.
Yeah, that's happened for forever. There was a girl in Australia who did that, and she smarted off, and they shut down her account and carted her to jail like the next day. It was during COVID, and she complained about some regulation, and they were like, "How dare you?" She didn't even have the thing for like 48 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's what they want. That's what the goal has been. And so to try to ban that is very good. That's a very good thing. We do not want that.
We do not want the one world government.
Yeah, well, you don't want banks to be able to shut off your money because you pop off, you know.
They didn't give us a chance to introduce amendments. The House leadership did not allow us to do that.
Trump needs us to raise the alarm.
That's right, Alex. They do. They run articles against us. They have paid influencers that post against us. And the Genius Act has already passed the...
So what did President Trump say? It did pass today. This morning, President Trump signed it into law. Let's check in with Allison. She is Allison Steinberg. She is one of the reporters at Lindell TV. Let's get the Lindell TV take.
Name of the beast. Revelation 13, verse 16 through 17 says, "It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name." What happens when the government can freeze your bank account without even charging you with a crime?
President Trump wrote an executive order on January 23rd, and specifically on exactly what the Genius Act is about, except they did not include what was in his executive order, which is a ban on a central bank digital currency.
The Genius Act creates a government-regulated digital dollar called a stablecoin that many argue is a central bank digital currency in disguise. Stablecoins would likely replace all physical cash. And under the Genius Act, your digital wallet could be frozen if you violate any federal or state regulation, even if it was never passed by Congress. Remember the COVID vaccine man?
So they're saying that the stable coin is essentially the same thing as a digital currency. Did I hear that correctly?
I think so.
Yeah,
Like,
same
it's
thing
gonna
as
be-
a global digital currency.
Yeah.
See, that
So
would
I
be a
need
bad
to-
thing.
So I need to invest in stablecoin.
No, Trevor,
Oh.
that would be playing into the system. That's the wrong lesson to take away from that. You need to grow corn. Anyway.
But isn't it smart to keep your enemies close?
No, that's how they track you.
Right, so you want them close to you so you can keep an eye on them.
That was something Pippin said to lie to Treebeard. What you're talking about is putting on the Ring of Power and dancing in front of Sauron.
I have one of those.
That would be a bad thing.
Oh, you can't see it. It's
Ring
right
of
here.
Power?
Yeah. Do you want me to go get it?
No.
Oh,
Why would I want that?
I have one.
That's okay. I believe you. Don't put it on, Trevor. Don't put on the Ring of Power. Don't invest in stablecoin or whatever it is. Don't connect yourself to the Fed if you can help it.
I think I'll have to wear it next week.
An X3
No, wear it next week.
next week.
The Ring of Power.
Okay, so we can have this conversation all over again. I can tell you how wrong you are. That'll work. All right.
Mandates. The Biden administration enforced them not through Congress, but through an executive order. Millions were fired. Now imagine being locked out of your savings for refusing a future mandate. Over in Australia, people were physically detained in quarantine camps. In America, the soft power version would be freezing your finances and calling it public safety. The White House maintains that the Genius Act will not usher in a CBDC.
This piece of legislation is going to make America the crypto capital of the world, and that's what the president promised. As for a central bank digital currency, the president opposes that. He made that promise to the American people on the campaign.
I'm also making a promise to protect Americans from government tyranny. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency.
Even though President Trump signed an executive order back in January banning CBDCs, the Genius Act lets big banks create private sector versions, still programmable and still controlled.
And if you look at what they're doing with the Genius Act and stablecoin, he said no CBDCs. The guys who own the New York Fed are all going to create subsidiaries and issue stablecoin, which will be interoperable, can work with a social credit system.
Stablecoins can be programmed exactly like how we fear.
So it sounds like Trump's trying to get rid of these things.
Or at least pause it, slow it down.
Yeah.
At least.
Get rid of it, slow it down. But the beautiful Fed, being the people that they are trying to use this stablecoin as a workaround. They got some elaborate means to, get to the same end through like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or some such thing.
I like bacon.
I don't know if my analogy was bad or if you're just exhausting me. But that's okay. All right, have we kicked this dead horse enough, Mr. Trevor?
Let's kick the dead horse no more.
No more, okay. Well, guys, if you want to watch the rest of this, and if you want to watch my doppelganger, apparently, go to Mark of the Beast confirmed. Can't buy food without Genius Act chip. Revelation 13 is now by the Next News Network. Not hyperbolic at all, but if you want to watch it, it's there. So, all right. Well, gentlemen, that is part 3.
Thank you.
Are we going to go on to part 4?
Yeah, I can push through.
You got one more on you? Okay. Well, if you're watching us in the live stream, stay with us. We got one more left. And if you're watching this after the fact, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Faith, Fiction, and Folklore. If you did, we would love it if you would subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. We can also be found on X, Instagram, and Facebook. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thank you again very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.